saying that was a bad idea. I just think it's worth checking on her.
Well, we can do that first, but
Especially if she was just delivered back to Jean.
that's an if, and she. Alright, fine. We'll check with the guards first, but I think we can go back to Gene. He shouldn't be too aware of our he shouldn't be too aware of our suspicions of him given everything that's just happened.
Hopefully he's not even aware of what happened to us, so it could be good for us to determine what he does now.
I'll have a word with him. Alright, yeah, let's go to the guard station then.
Alrighty.
Check with them.
Is this, I just realized, is this gonna end with a Columbo, like, face-off?
Wow.
Why I was just looking at the stars.
Speaking of can we trust the guards, if we go to the guards right now, are we gonna get into a, hey, a bunch of people saw you in a fracas at the gate, what the fuck's going on? But we'll deal with that. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. It's fine.
So, yeah, you go to the
Lydian,
guard
Lydian
or November can simply kill all the guards. Don't worry.
No. Lydian says we'll deal with it as he counts the coins in his purse.
Oh, I was also gonna have just Cherry with her, like, sort of healing magic, in the past few hours, like heal up November and Lydian.
Oh yeah.
Is that?
That's
Okay.
Lydian's. I forgot that Lydian's legs are fucked up, and
Yeah.
he has. Oh no, we'll deal with that soon. Actually, yeah, okay. Can we just say that while we were at? No, we can't because he didn't have anything spare. Never mind.
Okay, so you go to the guard HQ,
Yeah.
and that's where you find you go in and you see Gene.
Oh.
He's talking to Ava, who is behind like a
They arrested
glass
Ava.
wall. And
Well,
he's like, "Why? I understand why you want to stay here. Why were I don't believe
Lydian is gonna
you
walk
were
up.
attacked."
Lydian's gonna walk up behind Jean and he's gonna put his hand on his shoulder.
How could
Ooh,
you have
that's
been
good.
attacked? And
Jean,
you? Where
me.
have you been?
I've been mighty busy today. I've been up and
Oh.
down town. I've been down in holes and up on rooftops, and you are just the man I've been looking for.
Huh? If does this have anything to do with you were with Ava, weren't you? When she was attacked by the wolves?
And yet you're questioning why she might want to stay with the guards at the moment. Is it okay if we go and have a word?
I don't see how it could have been the wolves. They don't come into Yuma.
Well, they did.
Yeah, well, considering they were here and attacked us and attacked Ava, I think if they had any troubles with coming into Yuma, they set them aside. Gene, I think you and I should have a word one-on-one.
I was gonna say November's not gonna be the one to bring it up, but Cherry's thinking it. Just like, is the public aware of, or are the people in the guard station aware of, like the massive sandstorm that happened in town with gunshots?
I mean, I hope not. I'm not going to be the one to bring it up.
But I mean, just in terms of if he's trying to be like the wolves don't come into Yuma, I mean, that sandstorm felt like a pretty big proof that they absolutely did.
Oh, it's just a local sandstorm. We have
I mean,
them
the
every
thing
now
is,
and then.
all the bodies got recovered, and
And I'm hearing there was a sandstorm at the gate now. And now you want to talk to me. A sandstorm that I believe someone they talked about your description. A description of people who were there, and you, Matt, sounded a lot like you. So I think we do have some talking to do.
Perfect. Let's go talk.
All right.
Did they
Cherry,
mention it?
goes up to like Ava and is like pressing her hand against the glass. I'm so glad you're safe, honey.
Oh yes, the guards wouldn't let anything happen to me, and well, Jean came here to check on me personally. So I've just been explaining to him that well, certain things have just been happening that are out of control of the city, and
Oh,
that we should
definitely.
all be on guard. I was trying to tell him that he should be in here with me.
Oh,
If he'll
don't
come
worry
back with
about
one
him,
of
sweetie.
us.
You worry about yourself.
Actually, Nico does ask him like, these people, did they perhaps describe any fantastical inventions that were used?
There was a description of a beam of some sort.
Yeah, yes. What kind? What color? What the density?
It it was obscured by a sandstorm, so I'm not. The details on that are scarce.
Obscured by sandstorm. I could increase increase the regulator to pump out more of a
Increase the sound.
And now we've got about 7 missing people. All right.
Well, that sounds bad for you. You should probably get going on that.
7 missing people.
You,
Well, assuming none of them were the, wolves themselves, that's a slightly higher civilian than enemy combatant ratio.
yeah, but we didn't kill them. They killed them.
Okay. So Gene says. So where do you want to go to talk then?
Well, we could talk at yours. We could talk in a back alley. I assume you just want to talk somewhere out of the way.
Very well. Let's go back to my gardens.
Ooh la la! Look at me! I talk to stars and have a garden. What? That's how he sounds like.
Oh, Cherry does ask, like, to a guard. She's being a bit dramatic, but just someone with some degree of authority, You guys are doing everything you can to keep her safe, right? Everything? You're taking
Yeah.
this seriously?
Of course, she's Ava. She's one of the star readers. Of course we are.
I want to discern realities on his ass.
Okay.
Damn! Why is that specifically?
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Rough session.
Right?
It's-
This
Instead of-
has been I've been having everything except my 2 damage rolls. I've been getting by on the skin of my teeth, if that.
This is
All-
a maximum damage session. This damage is also happening to you.
All Cherry actually looked. She wanted to discern the reality of his ass. She just discerned his ass.
All right. So yeah, Gene.
I'm worried about corrupt guards, and I wanted to see if he was lying.
By the way, I know I said earlier on, like, we should talk one-on-one, but Lydian doesn't actually care if, like, anyone follows on this. He's, like, totally fine with Cherry being present, or, like, Nico or November being present. Especially because, yeah, we're talking to a man we now believe to be very dangerous.
Oh, I would have loved it if you said you were fine with Cherry or November, and then
But
just
fuck
leave it at
Nico.
that.
Put Nico in the jail.
I mean, probably wise, but...
Mm.
And Lydia is all, hey, Nico, look! Science!
So...
I was looking alien. Where?
Yeah, so we go back to his gardens then.
Yeah, as you're walking over, he says, "I trust you'll be staying at the gardens at least."
If you'll have us.
Certainly. And make a night there. If you spend the night there and you're fine, hopefully Ava will see that the gardens are safe.
Well, I do.
Why are you so... I wouldn't be so confident.
I'm glad
She was already attacked in the ruined gardens.
I'm glad I can be of service, I suppose.
Yeah, letting us stay here in a garden for hacks.
So, are we walking over or are we in the gardens
Yeah,
now?
you're
like,
walking over at this point.
Okay, yeah, I'm waiting until we're in the gardens and away from
Yeah.
others to actually play my hand. I'm gonna do something more dangerous. I'm gonna do something quite dangerous.
But yeah, that's basically what he says.
Yeah.
We wants Ava to see that because he feels basically he says Ava being in there in the guard headquarters like that, and people are going to notice that one of our star readers feels so endangered that she needs to stay under lock and security, and that's
And
going to
while
cause quite a bit of unrest.
Well, to be fair, that's what you do with crazy people.
Nico, I
What?
I will make him invent some kind of, I don't know, empathy beam that he can shoot himself with.
I thought you were just gonna say invent a gag.
Fine, I'll go over here and study these plants.
Bloody D's nuts.
You make it to the gardens, and
Once we're a little
turns
ways
around,
in,
once
once we're a little ways in,
once you're in the
Lydian's gonna
building,
kind of stop,
state.
and he's gonna say, you know, Gene, now that we're away from Prime
Billie
Eyes, there's
Jean.
something I
Buddies.
just
Sorry.
now that we're a ways away from Prying Eyes, I just wanna say something.
All right, and what would that be?
You are a lot more ambitious than you let on. I figured you were only reading the stars. I didn't know that you saw yourself amongst them.
What do you mean?
You're after Ava. You want to be the only star reader in town.
I don't know where you could have gotten that from.
You sent her on that little trip where she fell into danger. You are trying to get her out of the guardhouse mere hours after she was attacked. And, well, you know that little incident at the gate? We did happen to be there, and, well, we know it concerns you directly.
How would it
Should
concern
I
you?
have an idea for something to do, but I don't want to step on your toes, so I will
I think you
metagame
might
this.
want to, because I'm going out on a limb here. This is a make or break like test of if this plan works, and I don't know if Cherry's going to be on board for it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
No, Cherry was about to help him.
Okay, yeah.
If Lydian is saying we know what you're doing, like we
Yeah.
know you're in bed with these people.
Yeah.
We know what you
Cherry was just now. I can't recall the exact dialogue because, unlike Cherry, for me in the real world, it has been like 6 weeks or more
Yeah.
since I think like 7 weeks since our last session. But it was earlier today for Cherry. But she's going to recite back like the particularly incriminating words exchanged between him and the wolf representative. And she just, like repeats back what, she recites the dialogue that she heard.
He freezes up at that and looks between you two.
Now,
Well,
Now-
interesting.
whether or not you're in danger, you shouldn't feel out of a way just yet, because we can talk, we can negotiate. I'd have liked to have done that, but, well, the sandstorm kind of put an end to that.
I almost died.
So, are you genuine about wanting to change this town, or is that just the line that you're spouting in between doing deals with bandits from outside?
He like freezes up, sort of crosses his arms, like thinks for a moment. Very well. I am trying to change this town, and I'm trying to change it for the better. You see, things here are too tied up in, well, too many hands are in the same pie. Too many people,
Oh, now he does a food metaphor.
too many people working around, too many people too many cooks in the kitchen as far as the government is concerned. We've got the sun touched. We've got the high priests. We've got the high priest's underlings. We've got the guards. We've got the Confederate offices. We've got the refugee people. We've got
Whoa.
all of these parties with all these different interests all over, all having a hand in policy, and it all needs to be united.
And we've got me, the libertarian star reader.
But it should all be united. I'm trying to unite Yuma. And I'm trying to do it in a way that will cause as little damage as possible, as tumultuous as things may seem.
He's gonna fuck it up.
God damn it. This guy doesn't actually seem useful for the plan I had if those are his end goals. Fuck. Oh well. Let's keep going with it. And I'm to understand that in your dealings with the wolves, you are not holding the upper hand.
No, I wouldn't say that. They need me. I'm their in.
And
He's
once
gonna
they're
fuck it up.
once they're in, how much are they going to need you? Yeah, Lydian kind of approaches him as he says that. You're one man, one politician. And frankly, they're a lot more dangerous than you. Saw that today. You're gonna want another ally.
Or November does have a little, like, I don't know how dangerous smirk to her at that.
You're gonna need another.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna need an ally who's a bit more presentable. Someone who actually knows how to change things in a system like this.
A powerful rat.
When it comes to blows, I can either mediate or help you separate from those wolves. And Lydian kind of looks at Cherry and kind of realize, yeah, she was pretty concerned for Ava, and just like, I just have a condition on that.
And what is it?
You don't. Why do you need to kill Ava for your plans to go ahead?
I don't want her dead. At least not right now.
At least not right now.
I need her subservient to me.
Why do the wolves want her dead?
Because having two star readers, it splits the people. They don't know who to trust.
Maybe you should trust someone sensible.
Is there not a situation where she could remain a star reader while you ascend to a new position?
I was thinking there was a situation where she maintains where she defers to me.
You know what, I was thinking of allying and using this guy to climb up, but actually I think we might as well just kill him.
Oh, fucking hell.
Lydian says that out loud, and November instantly draws.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Part of me does actually want to see, just for the fucking pull of like, you know what, actually, you've kind of just talked me into fucking killing you, but we would not get away with that, so we
I think we could.
You think we could?
Cherry does ask, so the meteors and everything, is that real or is that engineered?
That is a good question we were forgetting to ask. It does seem,
Yes, I want to know.
It does seem like you're stirring up the public so that you can push things in your direction.
But
if any of this isn't engineered,
the meteors have been put in place by the wolves. It's part of the deal I've made with the dead mother.
and is that every step of the prophecy has been engineered?
Indeed, it has.
Are you
And
taking
we're
the
going
wolves all the way up with you, or were you planning on cutting them loose when they were no longer useful? I can't imagine your utopic vision for this city involves letting a bunch of bandits in when all is said and done.
It
Although
doesn't.
cutting ties with violent bandits sounds easier said than done. November chimes in.
I think you sound like an idiot.
The den mother has her own vision for Yuma, and I intend that we don't find out what it is. I have my own plans for what to do with the wolves once we have the people under our sway.
Nico leans into November and just goes, he's gonna fail.
You're gonna want. Well, then that's where we're at. I've got contacts beyond just you in this city. So, if something were to happen to me, I can make sure it comes back to you. It'd be mighty hard to pull off your plan if everyone knows that you're the reason that these events are occurring. So, I think it's better you keep me on side.
And what exactly do you think you could bring?
I can bring money, I can bring expertise, I can bring people. I can control those elements that you yourself only think you're controlling. Because I'm going to be honest, much as you think it, the wolves are playing you a lot more than you're playing them.
You know much about the wolves, Mr. Minther?
Lydian's gonna pull out one. Lydian's gonna pull out the rune. I'm a step closer to him than you are, and then he puts it away.
Yeah, he looks at that. Huh. Well, you've been making your own interesting investigations then. I'll tell you this much, that's not gonna get you to that's a fast track to getting yourself killed. You want to meet with the wolves. Well, you need to know exactly what it is that they're interested in. The Den Mother's vision is something that is kept closely guarded secret. But I've talked to people just below her. And I've been able to piece together a few things. I'd have to see her myself to confirm it, but yeah, and if my suspicions are correct, then she would make for a very, very interesting ally, a very strong ally. One that could be reasoned with if I needed to.
Wait, the Den Mother?
The Den Mother, yeah.
Yeah. That surprises me.
So she's smarter than the rest of her pack.
Smarter than you, it sounds like.
She's very powerful. To my end, she's been using her power to further everything.
I want to clarify. I think I kind of said that in November's voice. That was meant to be Cherry talking.
Right.
Dangers of two characters.
She's been using her power to further everything. She's been using her numbers to get everything going.
You've been
And
making sure that they can get into the city so they can enact their plans.
they've got a few plans, but I think I know what the Den Mother wants. And she can't get it without me.
Well, what is it that she wants?
She wants the sun touched.
The sun touched?
Our highest holy figure, our prophet. She wants him.
To what end does she want him? You don't just acquire that without having some grander means for it.
Well, if my suspicions are correct, I think the position he occupied, she once did.
So, she wants the city. That's the way I take it.
She, there are always rumors that the previous Sun Touch was that the official story of the previous Sun Touch was that the previous Sun Touch was killed in righteous combat. I've always heard rumors though that It didn't quite go down like that. But the previous Suntouch was driven from the city by the high priest. It seems to me she was just want revenge on those who took her place. And after she has that, what happens to Yuma? Well, that could be left in my hands.
Wait, so is he insinuating she was the previous Untouched?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that by restoring her to a position, he'll be able to actually call the shots by being in the background.
Or is it like, well, I almost got the impression
she
that,
just wants her revenge.
yeah,
So
he
that's why-
thinks she doesn't necessarily want or can't come back into power, but wants to avenge herself on the previous high priest, right?
Yes, and the current Untouched.
Wait, who's the current Untouched?
Someone. There's two people. There's the high priest and the current Untouched, and she wants her revenge on them, as far as he's concerned.
Okay, and we don't know who the current Untouched is?
It's someone. I mean, it's who they got to replace her.
Okay. So it's not like a unknown person. We just don't
Yeah,
personally, we haven't met the character yet.
yeah.
Oh, okay, but then what do you get out of this? She kills Suntouch, does she then take that position and you work alongside her? What are you getting out of all this?
What I get out of all this is a reset. We purge the current. An upset that upends the leadership, destroys everything, puts in place a position for me to take charge.
Oh, you're going to take advantage of the resultant chaos. I understand it.
And isn't that exactly what you were coming here to do, Mr. Minther?
I suppose I can't judge you too harsh. God, I can't say harshly in this accent. I can't say. I've been struggling with A sounds.
Yeah.
I suppose I can't judge all that much. Well, yeah. Lydian approaches and puts his hand out. To glorious revenge?
He's trepidatious, but he puts his hand out as well and shakes. Indeed.
Now, let me explain it like this. I don't want Ava to come to harm, and frankly, listening to your plan, I don't think she has to. What the position she's in now, secluded by the guards, that's actually good for you. What we're gonna do from here on out is until the point where it's no longer necessary. We keep her scared. We keep her out. We keep her out of the public's eye because hey, if you want chaos, if you want these openings, it's actually pretty good that people are worried, is it not? That actually works to your ends.
The more people worry about her, the more legitimacy it gives her over me.
Does it now? It means people are more scared. She's out of commission, she's no longer the star reader. You want to start growing your profile, you're the only one who can do it right now because she cannot function. You step up, you say, while she's in danger, which I do not condone, which is an affront to our society, you will be out there continuing your role as Star Reader, trying to get ahead of these mysterious disasters that you certainly know nothing about. Certainly not involved with, at the very least. I want to know how her being. I'm not sure I quite follow how her being unable to do her job gives her legitimacy over you. You condemn the actions of these attackers and try and keep the city guided.
Well, the people have always had a fondness for her.
turn it into a farm.
This guy's just bitter because the other
Yeah.
one's more popular than him, has better vote.
Yeah.
This is literally like my mental image of him has been morphing into Chuck McGill.
Yeah, genuinely, it's like he can't see through the fact that like, oh, she's in jail. They're gonna feel bad for her and not think about me. Bitch, you don't want them thinking about you right now.
I'm kind of saving it for when we're separated from him, but like, so this guy's an idiot, right? Like, you know.
He's definitely like playing with powers he doesn't understand, and he's too
Yeah.
arrogant to fucking realize it.
Like, I'm kind
we're
of
doing
thinking
that as well.
long-term plan. Maybe work with the dead mother, but like, we're definitely this guy's gonna die. Like, no way this guy's making it out of the situation alive. He's gotten in over his head. I don't see any situation he doesn't get killed by someone. Maybe us, probably the dead mother, you know, maybe the guards. This guy's toast.
Yeah, so let's just insert ourselves into his plan
Yeah.
and see how we can get away with things. Alright, listen. We gotta talk more about your strategy, because I'm gonna say there are a few holes in it. And if it keeps going that way, there'll be a few holes in you. So let's try and avoid that if we can.
I love recognizing this guy is petty and makes irrational decisions because of his ego. Let's insult him. I've been participating in that too, to be clear. But
I think the thing is, he's got an ego, but I also think he's on a wavelength where he'll be able to handle an insult to his ego if it thinks it benefits him. That's the fire I'm playing with. Before I walk to my car and then he shoots me. We gotta work out your disdain for
the
people.
fire I'm playing with is in a gas lantern that he's gonna kick over when all his plans have crumbled.
Get me a meeting with some of your contacts in the Wolves. Let me help straighten things out. Talk plan, talk shop. 'Cause I can do you both a lot of favors. And yes, I am gaining something from this. Whether or not you want to know it, I frankly don't care. All you need to know is this is going to help you, because you're starting a fire, but you're not going to be able to control it once it's spreading.
Roll charisma.
Help me.
Oh my.
Oh,
Actually,
I'll let an assist be done
trying
on
to-
that.
I'm trying to think if any of my prior discern realities could even help. Like in, I was fuck it. I was using like the rune and stuff I learned.
wait.
from-
I have a suggestion. As you propose the deal, Cherry opens her box of fine cigars and pulls some out.
That
You
could
get
be-
a plus
One
one on
of the
parlay.
halfling pipe leaf. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Oh
sure.
my god. Perfect. Okay.
All right. Yeah, sure. A 7. That's a 7 then.
Yeah,
Alright.
offers cigars to you. Lydian picks one up and offers one to, him
Yeah.
to seal the deal. This guy, he just has a weakness for some good
Yeah,
tobacco.
it's so fucking stupid. That's what tips him over the fucking edge. Be like, oh yeah, I will let these guys in on my fucking plan, which is really, really bad. My treasonous plot to upend the city.
I mean, this guy's clearly stupid,
Yeah.
you know. So,
All right.
Cherry, what are you
I'll
doing?
bring you with me to my next meeting. It's
Perfect.
tomorrow.
I'll bring you with me to the top.
Well, this has been
I got a flash of a plan
Yeah.
for the meeting.
perfect. There. This is
Wait,
so-
sorry, what was that? My headphone jack fell out.
I've managed to get us back onto the plan I had, but I've had to do it in reverse in a very contrived way.
Were you trying to get with the wolves first and then...
Yes, I wanted to be
Yeah.
with the wolves first before this guy.
Yeah.
Also, I'll be right back.
Imagine, like, we're like, this guy's expendable, not that useful, we want to get with the wolves. We show up to the meeting, and, like, the wolf organization, so why should we trust you? And then it's like, we explain, shouldn't have been working with this guy, he's kind of dumb and useless. And he's like, hey, wait, I brought you it. And then we just execute him in front of the wolves, like, to show where, like a power move. Like, see, this guy was screwing you over. He brought strangers to meet with you and told us secrets about the dead mother, so we killed him for you.
I kind of love it, but also they'd be like, you realize he was all in as a government official. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Oh, we fucking basically control Eva.
Oh yeah, that's true. We have an even better in. Fuck. We could just cut this guy loose immediately. I feel like I'm not sure if that's too dark a turn, but I think this guy kind of has it coming. We'll see.
I'll say Cherry has a vague plan, but
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if it would work.
Well,
but that's also a secret one.
This was a gamble.
Yeah,
we'll see if it pays off. Because even I'm like, man, I'm risking a lot on a very big pull. Well.
So yeah, are we done with him for now?
I think, yeah, actually, this thing. So Gene, are you still putting us up for the evening, or must we find a hotel after this business is concluded?
Of course, I wouldn't put you out on the streets after what we've just agreed to.
That's mighty courteous of you.
So yeah, shall we retire to, converse in Lydian's room?
I think we did all get separate rooms, but I do want to have...
Yeah, but like have a group meeting.
Yeah.
Team meeting.
Is Swede still away? Or did he go away?
Swede's still away, yeah.
Damn.
I'll say, just as we're walking out, just Cherry being like, oh, well, he's gonna die.
Hopefully not before he's served his purpose.
I mean, sure, but like... I mean, he's stupid, right?
I don't think he's terribly clever. I think he's ambitious. Don't you like that in people? He's trying to be the main character of his life. Sure, he's made himself...
I guess. I think he's really just gonna be a side character in other people's, and one that dies before it's over. And, Cherry turning to November, and, what, do you see a way this guy makes it out of here? And, November sort of shrugs. Might get locked up. That's would be alive, technically.
But there's still a few things we gotta learn, like the remaining steps of the prophecy, what they're planning on doing to bring those about. Hey, have people died in the, yeah, like, while I guess we're away from Gene at this point, Lydian doesn't. Have people died in the steps that he's committed to thus far?
Well, I mean, 6, possibly 13 people died today, but you mean other than that?
I mean, well, it's been a few weeks, so there was multiple steps in the prophecy, and 2 have come to pass, haven't they?
Yeah.
So what's the steps 1 and 2 were?
The meteorites, the stars falling to Earth, and then the great earthquake.
Just like from reading newspapers or just looking into it, did people die in those events?
No.
Okay, so
that's surprising.
That is surprising, but then okay, that gives us a lot less leverage over him then, because he was.
I don't know. It definitely caused a shit ton of property damage.
It did. Yes.
Yeah, true, but it's like.
I'm gonna say I know Murray would vote for this guy's death by hanging in public if she found out he caused by this, and that's one citizen of Yuma at least.
If we have any weakness right now, it's that we don't have any solid, tangible proof to hold over his head that, hey, we know you're involved. We just have like, oh, we worked it out from listening to you. We have no.
Ava will believe us. Maybe we'll start a Yuma civil war.
That could be a get out clause, but we need something. We need something tangible to hold over his head. We just pull out a camera at the meeting and take a picture of him with the wolves. Like, hey, fuck you.
November just says, a bullet's tangible.
Damn, everyone wants to kill Jean all of a sudden.
I feel you brought it up first.
Yeah. But, you know, I was talking hypothetically. Now you're all
Dang, why does
crafting.
everyone want to kill Jean? Says man who brought up the idea of killing Jean.
Yeah, but everyone else jumped on that as, yep, yeah, that's what we're going with. I'm floating a hypothetical.
Hello again.
Hello.
Hello.
So
We finished the meeting.
Yeah.
Yes,
now
sir.
we're all-
I just had to go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Fair dues.
We've been making fun of Jean.
Well, who wouldn't make fun of Gene?
Yeah.
Just saying he's useless and he's gonna get himself killed doing this.
Oh, he's gonna die. He's gonna fail. He wants
Yeah.
he wants his carcass.
We did talk about in character, like Cherry brought up, oh, so he's definitely gonna die, right? Like, he's gotten way over his head. No way he makes it out of this. And November's like, I don't know, he might get locked up for life, best case scenario. Does Lydian agree? Is this guy doomed? Is he an idiot?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, Lydia.
Or not Lydian, Nico, I meant.
Oh.
But
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Nico's been saying that the whole time. Just as soon as Nico met the guy.
Oh yeah, but Nico's like our atheist about it.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
we're not talking like is he generally stupid. We're just like he's committing treason with a bunch of bandits to try and recreate the government from the ground up. He is not clever enough to pull this off.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he'll pull it off, but even if he does, he's going to die in the restructuring. Or in the events that lead up to the restructuring.
Oh yeah, I'll say Cherry is not voicing her plan. But she does, is thinking like, if every part of the prophecy does get fully fulfilled, like, yeah, it's been engineered, but, the prophecy doesn't say that the stars falling won't be caused by bandits or whatever. Maybe this is the prophecy coming true, and maybe Cherry can, without Lydian or the others' knowledge, push that along.
If she wishes. I mean, you've blurred the line between prophecy and self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah. A new Yuma will be created, which is clearly what they want, but, they don't know it will be the Yuma they want, and Cherry's like, well, that sounds interesting. That sounds, frankly, a lot more interesting to Cherry than, Lydian making a deal for, I don't know, better business tax rates with the new government.
Oh no, I'm just planning on trying to get a bunch of my boys into the government.
Yeah.
Lydian, I think Cherry's getting bored with you.
No, not in general. Just there's a much the most interesting outcomes in this scenario are unfortunately not necessarily the ones that are good for Lydian. It's not like the CTA.
Lydian, I'm sorry, but she's just staying for the sake of the kids.
She does not stay for anyone's kid. She leaves the kid.
No, don't say that.
She leaves him and goes off on wandering adventures. Going, maybe he'll be cool, but he could just be lame.
That's so mean.
She'd rather hang out with Nico than her actual child.
Okay, so group meeting in Lydian's room, I suppose.
I mean, that's what we've been kind of. Oh yeah. So,
okay.
Or as Nico calls it, the spare storage room.
Right. So, how does everyone feel about the new direction we're taking?
Why are we helping an idiot?
the idiot's helping us.
I don't think he's got
That-
helping us.
I get your point, but that saying it like that also makes it sound bad.
Look, don't worry. Once we've got him under our thumb, the idiot won't be making decisions. The idiot will be the chauffeur.
Idiots have a way of making decisions when they shouldn't be.
Yeah, I just spent several weeks with one. How could I forget so soon?
Lydian,
Look,
this is a
we talked about this guy probably dying, and maybe that makes it easier. If this guy is around long enough, no matter what we do to control him and how much he may be incentivized to do what we want, someone bad as decision making as him, the good idea fairy's going to show up sooner or later, and he's going to do something stupid. It's probably best to get what we can get out of him as quickly as possible and get rid of him after that.
Are you advising that we eliminate him?
can't say kill in front of the children.
November's just saying take him out of the picture. Frankly, the wolves are probably going to kill him soon, and I could do it cleaner and gentler than they probably would.
I can freeze him.
Lydian, you know what? Lydian nods. It's cruel, but he's entered a game. He knows the rules.
He's in the game. He was in the game.
He was already willing to take out a political rival, so I guess I won't feel too bad if something were to befall him. He decided to play the game, and if he loses, then, well, that's just it. Do we have any objections?
No, sounds good.
Lydian's actually a bit surprised, like, from Cherry to just, be on board with that.
No, she agrees. This guy's stupid and useless. Well,
Yeah.
not useless, but like.
Yeah, but just being, like, so just laid back about, if November thinks it's worth killing him, then sure. Deal with the problem.
Cherry does have some ulterior motives, and she wants Lydian to get more and more comfortable with ordering people's deaths.
Fucked
Because
up.
I was gonna say the fucked up thing is like, okay, the last 5 guys, that was still sort of semi self-defense. Whereas like, that was self-defense.
Well, and now this one
whereas this
planned.
is more like, Granted, he did bomb those people, which was definitely not self-defense, so that undermines that a bit. But that's at least kind of abstracted. He didn't know who would die. It was possible no one would die from the bombs. It was just kind of, hey, this will probably go bad for them. Who knows, people might die. This is like a specific, when it's the time, execute this man.
Alright, well, November,
Which is a
when you feel the time is right, run it by me. I'll give the order.
Of course, sir.
Wait. Are we talking about? Wait. You're being pretty nonchalantly about killing a man.
He's trying to kill Ava, and he's enacted plans which had a lot of collateral damage.
That's true.
They tried to kill you.
Rude.
Yeah, no, Cherry speaks up. Nico, they did try to kill us.
That is true. Still. Again, I never took an oath like those suckers.
November does say to Nico, try not to worry about it. You're not the one killing him. You don't have to be involved in this. It's not your responsibility to worry about.
Okay.
They're such a good pair.
Just explain
The autism siblings.
explaining to the child why murder is okay sometimes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Most of the
Don't worry,
time.
child. Look the other way as I flick the switch on the electric chair. You're not involved.
So do you all retire to bed then?
Yeah.
Alright.
One thing, actually, though. So, as we're kind of wrapping up, Lydian does want to talk to November alone.
Yes.
Just kind of like
Actually,
casually.
November does say, as they're retiring to bed, does say to Lydian, would you like me to keep watch?
I would like you to keep watch. In case Jean thinks of making a move in the middle of the night, then, well, we'll have to come up with a new plan and, well, we'd need to maybe hurry up on certain aspects of our current plan. But
Junie, what the fuck?
Huh?
oh no,
Sorry, just
I-
she was making very odd meows from her cat tower. I don't know what's going through her head.
She wants attention, and you're not giving her it.
I think that might be it. I think she just wants attention.
Give her a pet.
She's way over there.
Okay,
So
but
give
yeah,
it.
before like, so everyone else is kind of left at this point, have they?
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lydian just kind of says,
Yes, I've left, so I'm here alone right now. Because I'm playing two characters.
yes.
Get it?
I just wanted to just point something out to you. Now, you didn't seem too happy when I explained that people will overlook our part in what happened today. Something
Just
about that
worried
bothered
about-
you.
Don't want to make too big a splash.
There a reason for that?
And, she gets a bit, nervous. But, just making a greater effort to keep it under wraps, just thought being in charge of security, it's better if
There's-
people aren't, not drawing attention to ourselves, having more people who could ideas. Ideally, if there are no living witnesses from the wolves, they don't necessarily know that we specifically kidnapped one of them and then killed the others if we got everyone who was in that hole. That's no guarantee, but better to
It's wise.
have fewer witnesses.
It's wise, but I think there's a bit more to it than that. Sure, it's smart. It makes sense. I agree with it. I understand. Sure, a lot of my business is knowing when I want to be seen, but that does also inherently mean I know where I don't want to be seen. In an incident like that, it could go either way. But you gotta trust me when I say I can handle it. But
Of course, sir. And again, you can see that hint of she's agreeing, but is,
she's uncomfortable.
this time a bit more, even more this is personally, distressing to her. She has some internal anxiety over that.
Let me put it to you this way, November, and I'm glad to have you, and I'm not saying this to make you worry that, oh, he's a danger, he's got something over me. Let me just... We all see the world through what's most valuable to us. And what's valuable to us says a lot about us, says a lot about how other people read us. Cherry, she sees the world through the warm fireside of her stories. Nico through the cold, hard lens of science. I see it through the gleaming reflection of a well-spent silver, and you, November, you see it through the barrel of a gun. I presume. You only want pay and food and bullets, and no mercenary on this earth fights just for the sake of more fighting. They want something. They want something else in the world that's more valuable to them. You may think that the way you're acting is keeping you beneath notice. But no, the way you act is a signal flare.
Yeah, November does, look down kind of ashamed at that. And shifts in her boots a bit. And then says, I suppose, sir. And then, looking back up. I'm a soldier, sir, not a mercenary.
What do you fight for? Because right now it seems like more than killing people, you're just killing time.
And then, November looking off a bit, and just sort of says, "The soldier needs orders."
I frankly don't believe that's it. There's no way someone in this world doesn't have something that they're moving towards.
And November shrugs, and then sort of like pacing around the room a bit, thinking what to say before just it takes her a while to come up with a response to that. Then just I don't know what to tell you, sir. I've always been, and sort of sighs. I joined up. I was in junior scouts as a kid. My mother was in the service. My father made weapons. I grew up expecting that to be my job, went to boot camp, and just always felt best when had a directive. I guess I don't have something I'm moving towards, and it helps having that provided for me.
Lydian smiles a bit and says, I believe you believe that, but there'll come a time when that'll change. I can feel it. Cherub walks into a room of, I'm presuming, loudmouth mercenaries, people who want to be noticed, people who want to be spotted, people who are vying to be interested to get hired. She walks into that noisy, crowded room and she sees you. Something about you was louder than anything in there. I trust people when I know what they're about. I trust you so far, but I know there's something more that maybe you're not even aware of. Or maybe you're just hiding it from me. Could be a great act.
November sort of seems to almost shoot. She does say something about, yeah, I'm getting a bit worried about that. She kind of mutters that more to herself than to Lydian regarding, Cherry walking in and immediately identifying her out of everyone there. Um, but then she does, sort of, after chewing her lip a bit at the end of that and coming clean, is, sir, I told you I'm a soldier. And, then she, sort of like stands at attention. I'm a member of the Grand Army of Larimer. And with the state of the war going on, I understand that might not be the most welcoming position to be in some places. And believe me when I say, I personally have reasons to not want to be recognized by too many people.
Lydian smiles. That's all you had to say. Fine. That secret's safe with me. I see no gain in going around advertising that. You're a good soldier. Now I know that. We can work together better.
And, November sort of like nods in appreciation before saluting. And then, you know, goes to begin, watch. She'll do like shift with Aquilo to keep watch. But before leaving, she does say, stopping at the door, feeling the need to say, I, I'm not a deserter.
I didn't take you for one. A deserter wouldn't have sent Aquilo to try and get me. Wouldn't have pulled that ploy to get back in my service. Don't know how you could think. Don't know how you could imagine I'd take you for a deserter.
I mean, with the Grand Army of Larimer, I'm not a deserter. I'm not AWOL. I just need you to know that. I'm not a deserter.
I didn't. Soldier needs orders. If you need orders, then it struck me as strange if you disobeyed them.
And yeah, November sort of nods at that and then leaves to go begin her shift.
All right. So, you want to end session there, or? Do you want to continue to the meeting?
Yeah, I think.
I'm okay.
I feel like it's
Oh,
yeah,
what?
it's pretty late. I'd
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
happy to wrap there.
I had more I wanted to say, but I fucked up the speech I had in my head. So
Oh, that's
Oh
fine.
my.
yeah. It's alright. It was basically just fucking going on about. So you will see the world through your bullshit, but what none of you fuckers realize is that coin dictates all of it. So I'm better actually.
I think it is interesting because I will say I think Lydian is genuinely wrong. Like November, like if anything, that is the thing. She lacks that, purpose, and really does just like desperately need someone else to give her something to
Oh no, he can't actually. He
Yeah.
genuinely cannot imagine. It's too business. Yeah,
selflessness.
it's not even just selflessness. It's like total lack of like agency in a person. He can't
Yeah.
imagine. But it's fun. It's funny that like a person with no agency is actually the most beneficial person in the world to Lydian and what he needs. But he also could never actually imagine that existing. He would always think, "No, this has to be transactional. You have to be getting something out of this."
And he's seen people who are followers and people who are.
Yeah, but he still thinks people who are followers are doing it out of some grander goal. To do it just for its own sake is like utterly absurd to him. So yeah, he could be wrong, but it would take a hell of a lot of convincing to make him believe that, yeah, November is as like, you know, autonomous as she is. And hey, she clearly has something. Like, you say she's wrong, but she also felt the need to qualify I am not a deserter. That seems
Yeah.
yeah. That is the action of someone who does have something.
Well, I think it's like she has certain values that are important to her, but it's not necessarily something that she like, wants or a goal other than her only goal really is to be a good soldier, which she said.
I suppose. Oh, time will
Good
tell.
soldiers follow orders.
Good. That is the first line of her bio. That links to her character themes. Sweet. I think you'll find that is very correct.
Good soldiers follow
The
orders.
only person he understands is Dwight. Dwight just wants money and comfort. And that's just like, oh,
That's why he likes him.
yeah,
That's why, despite everything, he took a chance on him.
yeah. And there's Flora, who knows she didn't seem to want anything. she was a follower.
She wanted Dwight.
That's true. Anyway, so bonds. Any bonds update?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. What are they?
Wait,
Uh,
do I not have a bond
Sorry,
with
I'm writing
November?
one up.
Do I not have a bond with fucking November? Really? November? Oh, I just didn't copy and paste it
November.
into the thing. I do, of course I do.
Okay.
Oh, it's just for some reason my document scrolled back several sessions. So I was like, wait. I was looking at very old bonds.
Oh, okay. So I have an updated one with Lydian and two new ones. This was a big Lydian November session.
Okay.
I'm writing up one of them right now. I have been updating them through. I haven't forgotten that, so I do have some that are ready to go.
No, that was I didn't get any bond with. Ugh. Ugh.
don't. I think I only really have one with November. I've got one in mind, but there's none of them really advance from what I've currently got going on with Cherry.
Okay.
Okay.
That's kind of the problem.
Well, I have my ones with Lydian, my November bonds with Lydian ready.
Okay.
This one is a new one. Lydian. Oh, I should have written that as November. Whoopsies. Oh, whatever. Lydian gave me some good work to do. Feels good to have my blood pumping and to be useful again, and he seemed to appreciate it. I think we can work well together. Also have oops. I trust Lydian enough to admit to him I am a member of the Grand Army of Larimer when I needed to. I need to be careful how much I'm willing to reveal.
Uh-huh.
And then my updated one. Previous one was Lydian is a competent man and decisive according to Cherry. I hope he is what she says he is, but I'm still unsure if he's what I'm looking for. This just updated just now. Lydian seems capable as a leader, knows what he is doing and how to best accomplish it, but he doesn't understand me. He doesn't understand what it means to be a soldier.
All right.
I'm going to make him understand what it means to be a soldier. I'm going to make him do PT 3 times a week.
And Lydian, do you have any bond? You have your
So
bond?
I've got one with November that's updated. So
Okay.
the old one is... Copy paste. The old one is... November is keeping many secrets. She can have all but one. I want to know what drives her. No, that is updated too. November revealed her past to me. She claims what drives her is just the whims of others. If that's somehow true, what drives her to follow me?
All right. Cool. And Nico, did you have any bonds?
No, not really. Like,
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
I had at least one with Nico as November.
Okay.
Yes. So previously, Nico's inventions are useful. This is a very minor update, but it's like a very the vibe hasn't shifted, but this is like in a much very classic dungeon world way. Like, did technically update. Nico's inventions are useful. I have some ideas I'd like for them to work on. Nico's inventions have proven useful in the field, saving me from the sandstorm. I will pitch them some ideas. Like,
Okay.
the vibe hasn't changed, but like, yeah, the
It is
literally saved me in the sandstorm.
Yeah. Should reinforce. Okay. Is that it? No Cherry? Cherry doesn't have
I
anything?
don't think Cherry really had any bonds with anyone.
Okay.
She was pretty in the background this session.
Okay.
It's funny because I am trying to workshop a bond, but I don't think it really works. It's like I'm just trying to... Lydian is surprised at Cherry's like, oh yeah, I'm cool with killing Jean. But I guess at this point it maybe shouldn't surprise him as much, but it's like, oh,
Yeah.
she volunteered to save people in a hole, but no. I think at this point Lydian does just understand, like, she has is it cool based morality.
Sorry, I cut out.
She has like good narrative based morality. Just like, oh yeah, I'm cool
I don't think that's entirely fair. It is fair, but like, the people in the hole were more or less innocent. They might have been bad people
No, that
otherwise,
is also
but like,
a part of it though, but also
yeah.
like Gene is a bumbling politician, but he has seemed to nah, I can't even really justify it. I think part of me does feel like killing Gene, like, even though Gene is a dick, us killing him is like karmically poor of us. Like,
He
it's
was
not...
in the game.
But yeah, no, that's Lydian justifying it to himself.
I do think that is part of Cherry's like thing, The people in the hole were just random bystanders who got sucked in a hole. Gene is like involved in the plot,
Yeah.
and is not a good guy in the plot.
Like, he
So-
essentially, in the thing of it, he has gambled, and the price of the gamble is his life if it doesn't fucking
Yeah.
work. Yeah. It doesn't
Well,
make us good for
Nico-
killing him, but also, I don't know. It doesn't make us bad. Why am I thinking about it this much? I think it's because I've just swung Lydian into
Another good
gonna kill
example
business
is
rival.
like that one guy who was kind of unstable in the soldier.
Yeah.
So the two, like, Cherry would have been ethically totally fine with killing him. But not that she would do it herself, but like if someone killed, like if November killed him, she wouldn't be like, how could you do that? Though it is like she thinks it's just less interesting him dying, whereas like there is interest potential in him living, and it's like she also just would not want to traumatize the other people, you know, with oh, we're gonna execute one of you
Yeah.
because he
Alright.
seems shaky.
So, Nico, did you prove the value of your inventions to others?
Absolutely.
Yes,
did.
you did. You did that. Good job. Take an XP for that. Cherry, not that it matters, but did you get someone to relax, calm down, or open up to you?
Not really.
No, you did not.
Technically,
The cigars.
Oh!
Mechanically, she did clutch the pipe leaf to make the charisma check go through to make the deal work.
That's true.
Yes, maybe.
I would also say, like, she kind of did with Eva in jail, but that's a
November,
stretch.
did you push yourself to answer the Call of Duty?
Yes.
Yes. Take an XP. And Lydian, did you open up a new avenue for coin to flow through?
I'm working on it.
You're working on it.
I mean, not yet, you know, but we're in with
Yeah.
a guy.
Not
Oh
yet.
god.
Not
Oh
yet.
god.
What?
I've been increasing my level instead of XP
You're
this session.
you're a damn
Okay.
fool.
What level should I be? 1 second. So I got 1, 2. So okay, I was just on level 3, so I'm yes, okay. Right, that makes sense that I would be level 3. Right? What did I not increase?
Neo.
What?
If I cut like a hole in my pants pocket so that coin could fall through it, would that be opening up a new avenue for coin to flow through?
Surely. You have to ask Midas about that one.
Yeah. I gotta get new pants. Fucking remind me to do that
Okay.
next session.
So god, 1 second.
I should probably stop recording, right?
Oh, we still have to do the questions.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Alright.
2 3 Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
Alright. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
The Den Mother may be the former Sun Touch, we did learn.
Oh,
that
yeah.
there were suspicions
That's
that,
huge.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yep.
big. Yep. Take an XP about that. Take an XP for that.
Hmm?
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
2 goons in the sandstorm.
Sure.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
an
The
XP for
sandstorm
that.
was the most notable thing.
Did we loot a memorable treasure?
No.
A
No.
treasure.
Oh no, yes we did, the runes.
we got the runes.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Take an XP for that. And then take an XP for playing. For all game.
Yes.
We're back.
All
2025.
games.
We're back.
First game. Oh yeah. On the
Okay.
third day.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna actually